All right, fight fans, we had a pretty good fight last night in the women's junior lightweight division as Alycia Baumgardner becomes the undisputed junior lightweight champion against Elhem Mekhaled. She wins by unanimous decision. Like a lot of you, I picked Baumgardner. I didn't see anyone saying that they were picking Mekhaled to win this fight. Let me go with my pros and cons. Let me start with Mekhaled. I would say my pros would be I like the fact that through most of the fight, she kept her hands up. Even though she did catch some shots, she did keep her hands up and she didn't really get lazy. Most of the fight, she showed at least decent foot movement. She, tried to circle Alycia and get away from her power. So she did show some in and out. She showed some somewhat of defense, but that brings me to the cons. Even though I gave her a pro for saying that she had decent foot movement at certain parts of the fight, she just stood in front of Baumgardner, and you cannot stand in front of a puncher like that. Another con would be I thought that her jab was pretty lazy. I thought that she did a good job of being aggressive coming forward, throwing her jab, throwing the overhand right, but I just felt that it was not enough snap on those punches to keep Baumgardner off of her. I'm not going to say hurt Baumgardner. Did she lay some good shots on her, some good leather on her? Of course she did, but not enough to really stop her from coming forward. Let me move on to Alycia. The pros would be, especially early in the fight, her jab was snapping. It wasn't a push jab. It was a snapping jab, the type of jab that makes your head pop back. I liked her defense. I liked her upper body movement. I liked her lower body movement. I thought she did a pretty good job in the early half of the fight with good defense. I also liked the power she was showing. She was hitting Mekhaled with some good hard shots, and I thought she did a decent amount, not enough, but a decent amount of body work. But that brings me to the cons. Even though I said that she had good upper body movement and good lower body movement, when she gets tired, she begins to take shots. She's always been that type of a fighter, and she was that type of a fighter last night. She was taking unnecessary shots, and I didn't like the fact that she was emptying her gas tank. What I mean by that is that when she smells blood, she throws a lot of hard shots, and then she's out of gas. She has nothing. You can tell she has nothing. She's looking to get a rest, and she uses a minute or two to try to get that rest back. The fight was a pretty decent fight. It went all 10 rounds, which reminds me, they keep talking about women fighting 3-minute rounds. I think looking at Baumgardner, and she's in great shape, but if they had 3-minute rounds, she would be absolutely gassed by the time they got to round 10. I was counting in my head that in the 8th round, that would have been like round 5. And she was pretty much gassed in. So I still like the 2-minute rounds, but let's just make it 2 12-minute rounds in championship fights. Back to the fight. I thought that it was a decent, entertaining fight from beginning to end. The fight was not boring. There was action from both fighters, but I just think that there's class to boxing, and Baumgardner was definitely a class above Mekhaled. Now, Mekhaled did good, I thought. I didn't think she looked terrible. I didn't think that she was totally outclassed, but she's just not in Alicia's class, if you understand what I'm saying. Those 2 knockdowns early were key. I thought that I didn't think that they were flash knockdowns. I do think that Alycia had her hurt. The problem is that she went for the kill immediately when she should have backed off a little bit. Maybe did some more body work to tire her out, and maybe in the next round or 2 she actually could have got the stoppage. But instead she went head hunting. It tired her out, and she didn't get the stoppage. But hey, she made it to the end of the fight. They gave her, I think one judge had her 9 rounds to 1. I thought that Alycia won all 10 rounds. So let's talk about what happens from here. She's now undisputed at junior lightweight, and she said that she wants big fights like Katie Taylor, which would be at lightweight. And she even mentioned a rematch with Michaela Mayer. Now, she didn't say if that would be a junior lightweight or a lightweight fight. Now, Amanda Serrano is fighting in the same building she's in. She's fighting just a weight class down, but I noticed she didn't call her out. I noticed she didn't call out Parsons. That's what I have been saying about a lot of the female fighters that fight between featherweight and lightweight. They always call out Katie Taylor because of the big money fight, but they never call out tough fighters like Parsoons, and they don't call out Serrano. You just don't hear women calling those two fighters out. Now, Mikaela Mayer would make a lot of sense because if you caught my video, I thought that that fight was very close. I wasn't like a lot of the people on boxing Twitter who said that Mikaela clearly won it or Alycia clearly won it. I didn't think that either woman clearly won it. I was okay with whoever got the decision. I just thought it was a close decision, but I don't think either woman clearly won the fight. That's why they need to rematch. Not because there's this bad blood with them, but because I felt that there wasn't a clear-cut winner, and don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that Alycia didn't deserve to win the fight. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it just wasn't a clear victory. Even if Mikaela would have won, it wasn't clear. But whatever happened to Cho, she didn't mention Cho. Now, I don't know if it's because Cho doesn't have that belt anymore that she now has, but I believe that we need to see fighters like that in the ring. I believe that fighters like Baumgardner need to call out fighters like Cho and say, listen, she needs to get in front of a real fighter and fight instead of hiding over there in Korea, fighting the fighters who she's been fighting out. I've seen Cho fight. Cho is actually a better fighter than some people give her credit for. I still would pick Baumgardner in it, but I just want people to know, if you've never seen Cho fight, don't just assume just because she fights over in South Korea and you've never seen her that she can't fight. But I think that Alycia has a lot of fights at her disposal that she could take. I think she can go a number of any directions, but what I want to know is, what do you think? Who do you want to see her fight next? Do you want to see her stay at junior lightweight and maybe take on a Cho, or maybe fight Serrano, regardless of whatever happens with Serrano in this Taylor rematch? Do you want to see her maybe move up and fight Taylor? Do you maybe want to see her go up and fight Cameroon? Do you maybe want to see her fight Parsoons? Anyway, give me your thoughts on the fight. Give me your thoughts on what you want to see Baumgardner do next. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so we can keep talking boxing. Other than that, fight fans, that's all I got. I'll let y'all later.